on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I
BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook and casino. Live betting and racebook. We're celebrating 30 years with a historic offer. A 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Plus 10% gambler's insurance. Get started today. BetUS, where the game begins.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Y'all let me know. Can you hear me in the chat? Let me know now. I'm not at home. I'm not in my normal setup. I'm traveling right now with the family. So y'all let me know in the chat. We want to make sure that we're good. What's going on, everybody? Hit that like button, by the way. Yes, yeah. Okay, we good, huh? We good. I mean, free agency is here. We about to go get these Super Bowl athletes. Oh man. Listen, I keep calling Greer. It keep going straight to voicemail. He's still sleeping right now. He forgot to set his alarm. He forgot to set his alarm for 4 years ago. Chris Greer in a deep slumber right now. Hibernation. Oh my gosh. Y'all hit that like button. Love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Fans up no matter what. Shout out to the people on Twitter watching 190 right now. I always urge y'all to come over to YouTube and subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the people on YouTube watching right now. In the trenches just said it's free agency, TD. Who is your number one target? Christian Wilkins and Robert Hunt. It's that simple. But we're going to talk about that and more. We got a lot to talk about. We got tons to talk about, all right? Too much to talk about. So we're going to break it all down right here on this free agency special show. We're going to be live for about 2 hours, and then we're going to take a break and go over to the huddle for the midday show at 3 p.m. on BetUS TV, The Huddle. So make sure y'all come check that out as well. I'll give you more information on that in a moment. I don't need this right now. So listen, I'm operating off of my cell phone because I ain't got double screens and triple screens and all that stuff like I do usually at home. So I'm getting updates off Twitter and everything on my phone. We're gonna break it all down. Listen, this stream is being powered by BetUS. BetUS gives you the opportunity to receive a 125% bonus. The link is in the description of the video. The good thing about the bonus is that it's for your first 3 deposits, not just your first one anymore. Also has gambler's insurance as well, so take advantage of those things. Remember, that bonus is up to $2,500, and your first 3 deposits, not your first one, but your first 3 deposits. BetUS has 24/7 customer service if you need any help. Also, 24-hour fast and easy payout, and that's what's important. When you hit that big parlay or whatever you play, you want to make sure you get your cash out as soon as you can. So make sure you check out BetUS. Again, the link is in the description of the video. Free agency has officially opened, all right? So we got a lot to talk about. First and foremost, we saw Teron Armstead is coming back, okay? Teron Armstead is coming back. 10 games confirmed, baby. 10 games confirmed. Some people said that's the over. But 10 games have been confirmed for the Miami Dolphins. So with that being said, he's back. Depth at the position will be very important. They brought back Robert Jones. They brought back Nick Needham. Like, I'm happy about that because I like Nick Needham. But we'll see what we get. So far, we've been fighting just to get the same team back. Now, starting right now, we're trying to wheel and deal to see if we can make some moves to make the roster better. But I need everybody to understand, in our pursuit to make the roster better, we're already at a deficit. We're already at a deficit at the corner position. Even though X was playing like he washed, we don't know what to expect with Cam Smith. Deficit. Brandon Jones is back. He wasn't even the starter last year because they didn't view him as the starter. He might end up starting this year. But we'll see. He might be the starter, so it might be a downgrade, a deficit. Then you got Christian Wilkins, deficit. Robert Hunt, deficit. Connor Williams, deficit. There you have it. Wide receiver 3 and 4, deficit. So we're operating at a deficit, trying to just get back to where we were. Things aren't looking pretty for our outlook this year. They're not looking pretty for our outlook. So we're going to make some moves in free agency. We're all going to be excited about some of them. But is it going to be enough moves to make up the deficit? Miami brings in Derrick Henry. Yeah, but that ain't enough to overcome the deficit. Miami brings in a really good center. Yay, but it ain't enough to overcome the deficit. We got to get better than we were last year. And I just don't see the path of us doing that. Because of our money issues, our money woes right now, we don't even have the cash. And then we're trying to lock ourselves into the future of not having the cash by talking in negotiations with a quarterback deal. But I do want to call something out, which is so funny. I want to call something out that's so funny. I've been telling y'all for 3 years now that this day was going to come from a financial standpoint. Why did I know this? Because we had too many draft picks. See, everybody said, oh, we got 3 first rounders. Oh, we got this. And now we got 3 first rounders again. And all of that stuff. And I was telling people, it's good to have all these draft picks. But the problem is when they all need contracts around the same time, it doesn't work. Oh, we don't worry about that when the time comes. And I kind of prepared you all for this. I've been prepared us for this, not as a negative thing, ain't a big deal. I'm just saying, I prepared you all. That's the problem with the draft picks is that if you actually hit on some of them, and we didn't hit on a lot of them, but we hit on some, they all got to get paid around the same time. And y'all think this situation is going to get better? With Holland and Waddle need their money, this is going to be a repetitive cycle for the next 2 to 3 years because of all the draft picks we have. Especially if these players work out. So here we are. We have just reached the first round of draft picks. That's Christian Wilkins coming into Robert Hunt because he didn't have a 5th-year option. And then you're going into Tua Tagovailoa, Austin Jackson, Noah Ageny. That was your core right there. And look at us. The only one signed out of all of them is Austin Jackson. And we lucked out on that because we got a team-friendly, somewhat of a team-friendly deal because he was hit and miss. But here we are now. We can't play Christian Wilkins. We can't pay Robert Hunt. Tua got to get paid. Noah, luckily, wasn't good, so we didn't have to worry about paying him. Imagine if Noah was actually good. It would have been even more of a head-scratcher. Billy say we can move on and get compensatory picks. Getting compensatory picks means that you're not going to get no big names in free agency. Because if you go get a big name in free agency, then you don't get a compensatory pick for Robert Hunt potentially, or Connor Williams potentially, or Robert Hunt or Christian Wilkins. If you replace a free agent with a comparable player, you don't get it. You don't get the compensatory pick. Or the compensatory pick gets lower and lower. So if you bring like a 10 player, if you lose a 10 player like Wilkins, and you bring in an 8, you might get a 5th or 6th round compensatory pick. Yeah, I forgot about that. Javon Holland too, but that's the next wave. Right now, the current wave is everybody that I named. So next year, we're going to be sitting here going through the list of, I don't know, but maybe Tua again, unless they give him the big deal. You're going to be going through Waddle. You're going to be going through Holland. You're going to be going through Jalen Phillips. Those 3 guys. You're going to be trying to figure out which ones you can sign and which ones you can't on those 3 next year. Then you get some relief. But even with that relief, that's when Tyreek and Armstead and everybody exits. And you got to replace them, and you got limited draft picks. The way we set up, we're not going to be in a position to actually sustain, to keep up. The roster, in my opinion, is going to get worse and worse over the next 2 years. Still can be good and competitive, but it will be less than it was last year. Just like this year, I believe it'll be less again. So that's where we are with this thing right now. I'm about to get into all these free agency moves in just a second. I see some of the breaking news coming through. I'm going to get into it. In 1 second. So yeah, it's automatically gonna be tougher and tougher. Okay, and this is why this team needs a reset at the top, and that's the quarterback position. Because you're going to sign Tua on a long term, which is going to lock him in for the next 3 to 4 years, right? Because you'll have the 5th-year option, and you'll have like a 5-year contract. That's 6 years. But you're going to have about 2 years of guarantees plus the 5th-year option of guarantees. It's really going to be like a 3-year contract, even though it looked like 6, right? You're not going to be able to get out of it until 2027, going into the 27 season. So 24, 25, and 26, you'll be locked into Tua, right? And those are the 3 years where the roster gets less and less and less. And then on his 4th season, if you continue with him, that's when the big money actually starts to kick in. You're like, oh, it hurting. Like when he's like the real big cap hits, that's when you're sitting there like, now we need to make some real decisions. But I always tell y'all 2-3 years ahead of time what's going to happen. Why even risk going into that? When you can make a sharp turn right now and put the team in a better position, but they're going to do it. It is what it is. But remember, I keep telling y'all stuff 2-3 years before it happened. Just like I told y'all this salary cap situation was going to happen because of how many draft picks we had. And then when we start signing all on free agency for big money, I said, man, it's going to be even worse. We're really going to let some guys go. And you can see that happening now. Okay? But yeah, here we are at this current juncture. And we'll see what the Dolphins do. But remember, they're going to make like 3-4 moves, and we're going to be like, oh, that's a good person. That's a good person. That's good. But the overall still ain't going to be as good as the team last year. But they don't have the money to spend on players that'll make you think that it is. All right. Breaking news, the Tennessee Titans have given Tony Pollard a 3-year deal worth $24 million, which is $8 million per year. Hey, is Derrick Henry going to be more than $8 million a year? See, I thought the running back market was dead, but that's something. 8, 16, 24, $8 million a year? That means Derrick Henry getting 10 plus. Because it makes me wonder why they ain't keep Derrick Henry for $8 million a year. That means he must be going to be getting a little bit more. Unless people view Derrick Henry, Tony Pollard is better than Derrick Henry right now, more valuable. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. But that's an interesting development in the running back market. Very interesting development in the running back market. Eagles are signing Saquon Barkley to a 3-year deal. Oh, it's happening out here. All right, let's get into some of these. See what's going on out here in the league. Let's see what's going on right now. Y'all don't hear background noise. I got the kids and stuff running around here. Bears expected to sign DeAndre Swift on a 3-year, $24 million. So that's the range. Everybody getting 3-year, $24 million. Is that what's going on right now? Let's see here. Okay, the Bills. So there was a report that the Bills are moving on from offensive tackle Deion Dawkins, but he just signed a 3-year extension. People thought he was coming to Miami because he tweeted from Miami. He ain't coming back to Miami. You know why? Because Teron Armstead said he's coming back. Now, real talk, he might have been a Dolphin if Teron Armstead would have said he retired. Teron Armstead messing with us, y'all. He messing with us. All right. Man, there's a lot going on. Yeah, Titans got their guy. Wow. Bears, DeAndre Swift, $24.5 million with $15 million guaranteed. That means he locked in for 2 years. He got the bag. He's locked in for 2 years. That's a nice little contract for him. Boy, oh boy. T. Higgins has requested a trade, and they hadn't even talked to him. They haven't even talked to him about a deal, which is wild. They weren't even in discussions with him. Wow. Man, he might be on the market. Appreciate the super chat. Thanks for everybody showing love via super chats, man. Thoughts on Baker Mayfield contract? Okay, we got to get in that. Does that help us with predicting Tua's contract? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't at all. It should, but it doesn't. If Greer is smart, that should, but it doesn't. But Baker Mayfield, good job for the Bucs. Good job for the Bucs. I gotta look at the guarantees. Can somebody tell me in the chat, because I forgot what they were? How much were his guarantees? I think it was like 2 years worth of guarantees. And then last year he's a $40 million cap hit, and they'll decide from there. This is a perfect deal for the Bucs. $50 million guaranteed, 33. That's kind of like a 2-year lock-in, but they still can get out after 1 year. They just have to eat a little bit of the dead cap, but it's manageable to get out if he's just terrible this year. It ain't gonna hurt. Really nice contract for them. Really nice contract. And this is what I'm talking about. I would have traded Tua, got a draft pick, and gave Baker even a few million more. 110 million. I would have gave him a little bit more, and he stays in Florida in the same weather. We know what he can do in it. Baker is better. And you would have gotten a draft pick for Tua and been able to lock in a guy like that on a team-friendly deal that gives you an out just in case. I would have been in that bidding war. I would have been in that because that's a win for the Bucs. Big win. Man, y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button, y'all. But I can't rule Miami out. They could very well also they could very well be in the market for a draft pick at the quarterback position. So right now, Christian Wilkins and Robert Hunt can bring back a 3rd-round pick each on a compensatory thing, unless they bring in a player on the list and then you subtract the value from whatever round they will work from a compensatory standpoint. Just FYI, okay? All right. So this early tampering period, man, it's going down out here, y'all. Punch that like button. Let me see here. And I want y'all to put it in the chat, by the way. Y'all let me know in the chat right now. Do you think T. Higgins is going to get a long-term deal or will he get traded? Let me know in the chat right now. What's your thoughts on that? Man, Jonathan Greener, 4-year deal. The new stud pass rusher for the Vikings. Jonathan, oh, man. The Vikings just got them more D-line help for Flores. That's crazy. And they not done. All right, trade. Higgins asked for a trade, long-term deal, trade. He asked for. If he gets traded, then where do y'all think he's going to end up, though? If he does get traded, where could you actually see him going? That's the mystery of it all.
What you doing? Want to break?
Take it first. Yeah, I'm good. I'm sending that now to you. I just did, okay? Okay. Higgins to Tampa. I don't know about that. That'd be crazy. He'll be traded outside the AFC. The Bills. Bills like, man, get out of here. Packs, maybe Titans. That's gearing up. That's gearing up. I think the Patriots, man, they got the money, but they ain't doing nothing yet. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what they do. All right. Man. So who do y'all think the Miami Dolphins are going out after? Put it in the chat right now. Who do you think the Dolphins will be going after that's gonna make us all be like, yeah, that's nice there. Yeah, I'm out of control. Who do y'all think the Dolphins are gonna be going after that's gonna make y'all feel like, man, that was a really good move right there? I think the Chiefs could trade for Higgins too, TD. If they trade for Higgins, man, wrap it up. Wrap it up. Patrick Queen. Dolphins ain't going after Patrick Queen. Let me tell you why. If they do, well, I can't say they not, but if they do, they can kiss one of their third round compensatory picks goodbye. Kiss it goodbye. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, man, you can kiss it goodbye. If they go after Patrick Queen, one compensatory pick is gone. You just swapped out Queen for Wilkins. Let me ask you, who would you rather, Patrick Queen or Christian Wilkins? It's a good question. Who would you rather, Patrick Queen or Christian Wilkins? Yeah, the Patriots did trade their quarterback. Mac Jones is out of there. Everybody trying to come to me yesterday when I did a stream that said Mac Jones was better than Tua. He still might be. I don't get moved by people's lack of context. We saw what Tua was without Tyreek Hill. We knew what Tua was without Tyreek Hill. When all he had was Waddle. And Mac Jones' rookie season was better than that version of Tua. Now you got Tua, Mac Jones that never had weapons. And we don't say that? I have no idea. We have no idea. But the Patriots set him up to fail. And that's the thing about Bill Belichick. It actually did baffle me that it's not even like he really, really tried. He literally went out and thought that trying was going to get a Devontae Parker. So Mac will be the backup probably, well, most likely. And they'll see how things go. You'll have a shot at some point because Trevor can barely stay healthy, and Trevor ain't been the hottest commodity either. So we'll see how that turns out. Yeah, Pittman, I did see that. Pittman did get his bag. It made me think about Waddle. Waddle was better. Y'all tell me if you agree or disagree about that. But Pittman got an annual, what was his annual salary? Was it like 20? I got to look it up. I got to look it up. Give me a second. I'll find it. Hey, why am I thinking doing that? I'm trying to see. Pittman better than Waddle. Is he? Y'all let me know in the chat. Is he? You know, I never know. Is he better than Waddle? What y'all think? Let me see. All right, 23 million a year. Waddle still getting 30. See, that's the point. Vikings get 3 years younger and swapping out one pricey edge rusher, Daniil Hunter, for another Jonathan Greener. Yeah, got younger. I wonder what they're going to do in the interior. Man, Christian Wilkins out there right now. Him and Robert Hunt probably sitting pretty. See, you call Waddle a possession receiver last stream. That was false. If Waddle got the same targets as Tyreek, the production will be the same. Waddle is a good receiver. He's a fighter too. I like him. What I meant by production receiver, yeah, you're correct, because Tyreek turns him into that. But he also not this guy who is optimal. Waddle is not an optimal receiver. What do I mean by optimal? He can beat every press because he's big and physical. Negative. I mean, let's be honest, y'all. Waddle is an open field receiver. Zone coverage, man to man. If you give him cushion, that speed can hurt you. But I'm telling y'all now, Waddle is like a 8.3 out of 10 to me. Waddle is like an 8.3 out of 10 to me. Tyreek Hill is like a 9.4 to me. Because the biggest problem with Tyreek's game is physicality. Physicality. Both of them lose points for physicality. And you can't tell me Tyreek Hill in every aspect of the receiver position isn't better than Waddle too. So therefore, Waddle can't be at the same ranking. I never said Waddle was a softie. What are you talking about? What I'm telling you is he fights, but he can't beat through all the physical play in the NFL. He doesn't win through that all the time. Yeah, he was tough as nails. That's the thing I do love about Waddle. He'll fight the try, but it doesn't mean he's gonna win the battle all the time. He's not gonna win the battle all the time. So yeah, great receiver. Great receiver. But again, I'm just ranking receivers in general. I'm ranking the receivers in general. They both have concentration drops sometimes as well. Yeah. We got a lot of people on Twitter watching right now, 440 something. So y'all hit that like button once again. Again, we're doing a free agency frenzy right now. We got another hour and a half. We're gonna be kicking it over here until I gotta go to the huddle. All right. No, I'm not doing the Bleacher Report today. I'm doing it Thursday. Waddle is amazing and will be better this year. We sure hope so. I mean, at the end of the day, y'all got to realize there's only so much targets to go around. You know, I mean, you say he's going to be better this year than what held him back last year. At the end of the day, Tyreek going to get his targets. Waddle going to get his targets. So Waddle going to be better. Is he taking some of Tyreek targets? And this is why I tell y'all, John Smith, are we really going to utilize him like we sitting here assuming? We see one little bubble screen pass on our highlight, and we like, yeah, we got us, John Smith. It's about to go down. Yeah, it is, but not like people out here making it seem to be. Let's see here. Okay, I already read that. Already got that update. Who's our center? As of right now, Liam Eichenberg. Liam Eichenberg right now, at this very moment. I think we can restructure Hill, Ramsey, and Chubb and get some money, but we will see. They're gonna do some of that, but listen, we still gotta get under the cap. But what y'all need to understand in our process of getting under the cap, we're digging the hole deeper for the future just to get under the cap. Like people keep talking about restructure, right? Teron Armstead's new deal. That's why everybody's like, oh, he restructured. They gave a new deal. This is what's happening. What they're going to do is basically give him like a 2, 3, maybe even 4-year deal. Y'all know he ain't playing after this season. The likelihood is slim to none. And the rest of it, they're just doing voidable years so that they could bring his cap hit down this year and pay for him in the future. Dead cap. That's all that's happening. So it makes the situation worse and worse and worse.
Are you sure?
This is why you haven't seen them make the big move yet, like restructure with Tyreek and Chubb and all of them, because they like, we got to do one of them, but who is it? Why you restructure Chubb? That's the contract that you got a lot of restructure room for, but you don't restructure a guy fresh off of ACL. You might not even like what he looked like after and want to move off after this season. But if you restructure, all that dead cap. All of that dead cap. That's the issue. So Tyreek, extend him. Okay. First of all, an extension for Tyreek ain't gonna save you that much this year, is that people think. Every restructure eligible on this roster literally will hurt us big time in the future, because we'll have a guy that we're paying for that ain't even on the roster. But we got to do it. We're just waiting to see who they going to do it with. And I think, wait, what's today? The 11th? So Wednesday, they got to have it done by Wednesday. The 13th, if I'm not mistaken, everybody's books got to be in order. So you're going to hear some of these moves happen today and tomorrow. Everybody got to be in order by tomorrow. We just need to go all in now, like the Rams did. But what is all in now? See, what you don't realize is even if the Dolphins went all in now, the best they can do is having a roster as good as they did last year. Because we're at a deficit already. All in right now, that's the best you can do. Because here's another issue with Miami right now. When you want to get another corner, when you want to get a center or a guard, and you want to get all these players, right? Greer want to do a whole bunch of 1- and 2-year deals, but the problem with the 1- and 2-year deals, especially the 1-year deals, that cap hit is, there ain't no messing with it. That's the number. There's a lot of positions on this roster where it looks like that's a 1-year position. You don't do multiple years. You got to do that in the draft in the future. But he can't do a lot of 1-year deals, or he's scared to, because that's a hard cap hit. You want to go get a running back for a 1-year deal? You want to go get a linebacker or a corner or whatever for a 1-year deal? Hard cap, especially a quality player, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 million. You can't. You got to offer multiple years so that you can spread it out some if you release them after 1 year. So you want to get somebody for 1 year for $8 million? That means you need to do a 2-year 16 with only 8 guaranteed. So you cut them next year, and at least you got, a little bit of room to spread a little bit of the dead cap or something. Or the $8 million, you get a lower cap in and pay some later. This is what we're faced with now. Too many decisions to be made, and the roster may not even be better. I'm just hoping that we can get the roster up to what we had last year from a talent standpoint. And the biggest caveat that sucks for us is the fact that we got 2 defensive ends that may not even be able to start the season. Will that hurt us early? Will that hurt us? Somebody said Brandon Jones is gone. Oh, I thought I saw something in passing that we re-signed him. Maybe that was just fake news. If Brandon Jones is gone, he just signed with the Broncos. Ooh, we actually don't have a safety. I was wrong. I'm saying that he may be starting. He gone. Oh my God. David Bakhtiari is being released. David Bakhtiari is being released, guys. Our boy Brandon Jones. Broncos plan to sign safety Brandon Jones to a 3-year deal. They covered him. Another draft pick casualty, y'all. The man got a 3-year deal. That means he's coveted, not a 2-year. And the way the Broncos might want to play defense, he'll be perfect because it'll be more closer to what Flores did. Because Brandon Jones was good on the Flores system. Putting them in the box, having them go after the quarterback and do all that shallow stuff. That's what he's supposed to do. Having him back there as a traditional safety, like Fangio style, no. The Broncos look like they're about to try to be aggressive on defense. Man, I can't wait to see the details of this contract. See if he got $5+ million a year or not. If you know the details, because I don't see him yet, you put them in the chat. All right? We definitely want to know. Dolphins and Jones camp spoke before free agency. Miami expressed interest in keeping him, asked to stay in touch, but did not feel urgency to resolve it before free agency started. 3-year 25 with 22.5 guaranteed. Are you serious? Oh, so I'm getting all y'all giving me different numbers. Like I just literally looked at 4 different numbers in the chat. 4 different numbers. Jags just got the Bills center, Mitch Morse. All right, here we go. The Broncos signing Brandon Jones on a 3-year deal worth over $20 million with 12.5 in total guarantee. So about 2 years worth of guarantees. A really solid deal for Jones, who leaves Miami after 4 years. Over $20 million, that's about 7+ a year, pretty much. It says over 20. We're just saying 20. We're throwing 20 out there, but it's confirmed that it's over 20. Man. So 7 a year. Yeah, we couldn't afford that. Is he worth it? With a team that's not paying big money at all the positions, yeah. Yeah, Tony Pollard at the time. He's worth it if you got your books in order. But we can't afford to pay him $7 million a year. We probably was talking to him about $4 million a year. We were probably begging for $4.5 million a year. My son over there whining, complaining, Pollard. Greer straightening out his mess. Y'all think about that? If Robert Hunt, Brandon Jones, Christian Wilkins, I mean, do y'all see what's happening? We want to talk about, man, Miami is broke and out there, clowns shaking my head. I kind of warned y'all of this. How you doing? You good? I mean, we're going to make some moves, though, y'all. We're going to make some moves. Oh, the Jaguars are signing Gabe Davis.
Wasn't he on the Bills?
The Jags gearing up, though. They got their backup quarterback. They got a wide receiver. They got the lineman. They got some other moves that were made. Now, the Jags are going in right now. And we got to play them this year. The Jags are going in right now. They making moves. X, Baker, Van Ginkel, yeah. Man, I'm telling y'all, soon a Miami Dolphin trade is going to come through. So, I mean, not trade, but a pickup. Let me see something. Somebody say the Dolphins gonna sign Rayshon Jenkins. Ain't he old? Rayshon got to be at least 29 or 30. I don't see that happening. If they do, I don't know, man. A perfect example. Oh man, it is going down out here, man. Ooh, this is not how to build a team. Yeah, I think we know that. We know that. The Dolphins at this hour are 25 million over cap, and thus must realistically clear out at least 40 million in the next 51 hours. Should be fascinating next 2 days. They can commit whatever they want to whoever they want, not in writing, next 2 days, but must be cap compliant by 4 p.m. Wednesday. Boy, oh boy, why are we always out here playing like this? Why are we always out here playing like this? Teams already going to work and we still trying to figure out how to turn our homework in. We still out here trying to turn our homework in. Man, somebody need to give me them Gabe Davis details. I want to see how much. Lloyd Cushenberger, Cushenberry, excuse me, the third is with the Titans. Yeah, Brandon Jones is with Denver. 3-year deal. Well, I'm trying to see the price. Woo! Man, it's heating up out here, y'all. Push that like button for me. Y'all hit that like button. I'll bring y'all all the latest 515 here on Twitter, 350 on YouTube. Y'all hit that like button. Everybody watching on Twitter, do me a favor. Go to your YouTube app, find TD Fins Talk, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right. We just hit 28,900 subs. We're about to be 29,000 subs. We're about to be 29,000 subs with the next 100. Just think about this way. You come to me to restructure my deal and have 50 hours. You're going to pay me a nice bonus. They trying to figure it out. Don't worry, that Teron Armstead contract going to hit soon. I just listen. Restructure Tyreek all you want. Restructure Ramsey even. But if we get dig into restructuring Bradley Chubb, I'm gonna tell y'all now, this general manager. It's because you don't do that with a player coming off of an injury like that. You don't even know what you're gonna get. Ugh. Man, oh man. Yeah, we did bring back Chris Jones too. All right, splash. One of the top free agents is off the market as Christian Wilkins is headed to the Raiders. 4-year, 110. $27.5 million a year. 87 million guaranteed. 3 years worth of guarantees. The Raiders. It's okay, Larry. Do you know what it is? This is an umbrella. Yes, umbrella. This man got 27.5 million per year. 3 years worth of guarantees. Like he got the full 3 years of the 4 guaranteed. Ain't no out. He 3 years at a minimum. That's too much. I mean, I know, but by Christian Wilkins. And they snatched this man up within the first 2 hours of free agency. They weren't playing. They knew who they wanted, and they went and got him. And I always try to educate y'all on somebody will pay it. When you hit the open market, and it's always that team nobody really thinking or care about, somebody will pay it in the open market. We out here talking about Christian 125, and I've been telling y'all it might be 26, 27.5. 27.5. And you see Jones over with the Chiefs getting like 32. There you have it. And to get that amount of money, man, you probably could have tagged him for real and got something for him. They probably was tampering. Okay, let me educate y'all on something. That we should never use the words tampering out of our mouth unless it's happening during the season. As soon as the Super Bowl is over, you have lost every bit of your mind if you don't think these agents are talking to every general manager about their clients. How many times have you heard Drew Rosenhaus or whatever his name is over the last 2 weeks talk about, yeah, my client, he has, some interests out there. How do you think he knows? There ain't no such thing as a tampering period. This is just getting us excited right now. And here come Richie FaceTiming me, man. He want to gloat. What you calling me for? What you calling me for?
You told me you were the Dolphins. Either Chris Jones or Christian Wilkins got you. Well, what's going on?
I told you he was better than Quentin Williams and he was going to make more money. So that's all you need to know.
All I need to know is that Quentin Williams contract. We're pumped up doing that contract. That is a great sign for the Jets.
Richie, y'all winning 6 games. Bye.
Look at the sad Dolphins game. We got Father on.
Get off my phone. Off my phone. What is the Dolphins, man? So we have a massive void. We have a massive void in the interior D line. We have a massive void at the middle linebacker position. Only thing that can make free agency worse right now is Tua getting his contract extension. The reason for all this crap. Thank you, Christian Wilkins, for all your hard work. Thank you for helping us, stress out Josh Allen, even though it still ain't matter. You're a good player in Miami. You did all you could to help this team. We appreciate everything he did for us, man. He was a real Dolphin. But his time in Miami is over. His days are farewell. Now one of the best players, younger best players, is gone. So it's a wrap in that regards. How Miami will bounce back and recover from that, we don't know. But we're going to have to get a whole bunch of middle-of-the-road players to replace him. Blockbuster deal. Christian Wilkins off the board for $27.5 million a year. I told y'all it was going to be more than 25. I told you back a year ago when everybody was speculating they were offering 17 and 18. I said you at least got to offer 23. See, if we would have offered 23 back then, we would have had. But he bet on himself and he won, and now look at him getting paid. Now Robert Hunt, man. Who about to snatch up Robert Hunt, man? That's gonna hurt. See, Greer, at least go pull your old tricks right now and make us think you're doing something good by at least bringing Robert Hunt back. But you can't pay that kind of money for Robert Hunt. You can't pay that kind of money for Robert Hunt. Because the Robert Hunt market, when you look at what's been happening out here, it might be 16, 17, 18 million, which is crazy. Man, Christian and Max Crosby about to go crazy this year. Dang, I forgot Max Crosby was with the Raiders. Ooh, that D-line could be serious. They might not even be done. I forgot Max Crosby was over there. So they got the interior and the edge worked out. Mm. Oh. We ain't make one move. Always remember it's the Raiders, TD. What happened with the Raiders a few years ago when we played them? Was it the Chris? Was it the Mac? Who was it? That saved the, did we do enough to save us in that game? Ryan Fitzpatrick when Tua got benched. Did we win that game? Oh, and I'm gonna tell y'all this now. This makes me feel like players like Javon Holland might bet on himself. Players like Waddle might bet on himself. If Greer don't give them massive extensions right now, and I mean massive, they might bet on themselves. Them seeing what's going on right now, they might bet on themselves. Holland only got one more year to bet on himself. I'm not fear mongering. Let's be real. If you were in their position, what would you do? Javon Holland is in contract talks right now. What would you do? Chris Greer. Well, another thing y'all need to realize is Chris Greer ain't got no money next year and the year after to be franchise tagging nobody for a hard cap hit with no flexibility. Y'all sitting here thinking about right now, you got to think about the cap hit next year. We started out negative 50 this year, so next year might be 65, 70. When Tua bet on himself, he ain't got to bet on himself. The team doing it for him. Yeah, this is the big time news out here right now, man. Christian Wilkins is gone, and it happened quick. Brace yourself, guys. And I'm looking at it right now. They said that Christian Wilkins was being targeted by multiple teams, all bidding: Vikings, Browns, Texans, Lions, per sources. An hour ago, they reported the Vikings were trying to push the envelope in, the Browns, the Texans, and the Lions. And that tells you where the Browns and Texans are right now. They spending money. They trying to lock that team in. And if the Browns would have got, that would have been ridiculously nasty. Like, man, y'all ain't gonna stop. People don't realize what that roster look like already. Titans laying the starting center and Lloyd Cushenberry. Yeah, I already got that. And they need to fix that O-line. Oh, it's Gabe Davis, 3 years, $39 million, 13 each. Nice little bag, small little something, but nice. Our homie Smoke.
Sitting outside a 7-Eleven gas station, I hear Christian Wilkins going to the Raiders. Chris Greer, fuck you. Fuck you, dog. Christian Wilkins, not out. The best player on that Was this fan so important to the loss of leadership?
Man, smoke break having a breakdown right now. Y'all hit that like button, y'all. It's all good. Kufar and Omar were right about Wilkins. Miami will not get any big names. I mean, can they? Like, we're gonna get these middle of the road solid guys, and we like, I mean, that's a solid pickup. That's what we gonna do. We gonna get this guy there. That's a solid pickup, though. You know, he kind of underrated in this. Oh my gosh! Oh, just win the how can we win the Super Bowl? Oh. We gonna overinflate our draft picks. Everybody we draft, we this is just what we do, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we do with Dolphins. We want to believe that everything we do is a great idea. Then whenever stuff hit the fan like it is right now, we ignore it. We ignore the reality behind it. Straight hopium. But it's a lot of good players out here, man. So right now, the priority for the Dolphins, and I hate going through this because there's so many, we need a starting safety and we need a backup. We need another corner or two. We need a defensive tackle and a backup because Raekwon Davis is a free agent too. We need a middle linebacker. We need to figure out what we're going to do about the defensive end position. 2 starters and a backup because the guys we got may not be able to start the season. It reminds me Van Ginkel's still out there right now. We need a center, unless you want to go with Eichenberg. And even if you did go with Eichenberg, you need a backup or whatever, however you want to work it. We need a guard, unless you're going to bring Robert Hunt back. That's 10 players right now, and people are like, we got to go through the draft. You're going to get 2 players in the draft, and you better hope you hit on those. Because all we got is a first and second round pick. Even if we flip the first for 2 seconds, that's 3 players, and only 2 of them, only 2 of them going to be starters, pretty much, hopefully. So we should be real active in free agency. It's just a matter of what caliber of player we can bring in. Technically, it's almost feel like we are in a rebuild, even though we got all this talent. It's our reality. All right, let me see if any more updates. Yeah, Gabe Davis contract can get him up to $50 million with incentives. The Raiders wasn't playing. They landed a big fish. They landed a big fish, man. Y'all punch that like button. People talking about Greer officially on the hot seat. Why? We knew they wasn't going to be able to re-sign Christian Wilkins. We were all holding out hope that the market dried up. He going in the first 2 hours with the richest contract for his position. But good for Christian Wilkins getting paid. He gets his money. You always want to see a guy rewarded. It's just tough for the Dolphin fans that he's not going to stay here. Now, can you replace him with a player just as good? Can you replace him with a player that's just as good? Oh gosh, well, I thought we had made a move, but that was just some speculation. At least we'll have the first overall pick in 2025. We better not. We better not. And we're not going to be bad enough to do that. You see, the problem is the real hurt is if you win 8, 9 games and miss the playoffs. You talking about the sickest feeling ever? You talk about the sickest feeling ever. Mm. This is why you draft the QB this year. I ain't gonna lie, deep down, I'm laughing. This is all funny to me. And I'm hurt. You gotta laugh at your pain, man. I'll never forget, man. 3 years ago, 4 years ago, one of my biggest arguments was telling people, stop getting mad at me because I see something before you. Stop hating me because I see something before you. I see the potential of certain things before you to some people. Then whenever it all go down exactly how I said, and they say, yeah, but why wouldn't you just ride with it? Why I'm gonna sit there if I already know the outcome and waste my time? I've been telling y'all for 2 years now. It's my job to show you every turn, fork in the road where we go the wrong way, and tell you to allow time to tell. Andrew Van Ginkel went and talked to the Buffalo. Yeah, you see, nah, that would, now that would upset me. That would upset me. Greer better be calling right now. Be like, hey, don't play like that. Come on. Let me talk to you about some real money. Yeah, I don't see nothing like that. I don't see no reports like that. Y'all just talking. I hope y'all just talking. I hope y'all just talking. I hope y'all talking. I know I saw the Ramsey retweet. Also said that Raekwon was better than Wilkins. I don't know why you said that. Now, Zeeler, I've been telling y'all was better than Wilkins. This was the first season Wilkins was better than Zeeler. Think about it. We didn't have both of them for the last 3-4 years. This is the first season that Wilkins was actually better than Zeeler. Yeah, y'all were talking, but I don't see no Andrew Van Ginkel stuff. Mm. Mm. He ain't coming back. I sure hope so. Man, listen, man, let's be serious today, man. Y'all, I don't see none of that mess. I ain't got time to be playing around like that with no Van Ginkel going to the Patriots, Jets, nor Bills. That would be an issue. That would be a real issue. Screw this Christian Wilkins crap. Let's be honest. We should have knew this already. That would be an issue to me. Van Ginkel to any one of our division opponents. But what's his market? That's the interesting part. I can't wait to see his contract. I can't wait to see what he gets on the open market. It's a lot of guys. All right, let me see. Any updates? None. The Titans just saying bye. I mean, the Green Bay to David Bakhtiari. Ramsey don't want to be here. Why y'all think that? Because he congratulating Christian Wilkins, saying that they're gonna be tough. A-Chain and Ramsey happy for this dude. They supposed to be. They're supposed to be happy. All right. Hate to say it might be looking like Tannehill Dolphins this season. No. Even right now, without Christian Wilkins, Xavier Howard, we got more talent than Tannehill ever had. Tannehill never had a Waddle and Tyreek at the same time. Tannehill never had an A-Chain and Mostert production. Tannehill ain't never had no Jalen Ramsey. Come on, man. Collectively, we still got more talent. Oh, I'm bracing myself for some. I'm bracing myself. And I agree with the homie Doug when he said, reason why Miami ain't doing nothing, they still trying to figure out how to clear the cap. And on top of trying to clear the cap, they're like, hey, this player won more guarantees. This player won this, and we can't because of our cap situation. Told you they should have been got ahead of all of this. Hey, Christian Wilkins is gone. Can y'all believe this? And then again, what y'all need to realize is the Dolphins will sign people. We will sign people, okay? We will sign some solid players. But we not going, I guarantee we will sign some players. Does Tua get paid this year or next? Wow. The Commanders are bringing in center Tyler BetUS from the Cowboys. Yeah, we're about to sign Tyler BetUS. Not us, but the Commanders bringing in Tyler BetUS. Y'all punch that like button. 750 people on Twitter, 500 on YouTube. I always urge you guys, if you're on Twitter watching right now, come over to the YouTube channel and subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 29,000 subs. We need 100 more. And it's 750 of you guys on Twitter right now. Most of y'all are not even subscribed to the YouTube channel. So come over to the YouTube channel so you can get all the content. I'm on the road right now, so I'm not in my normal office, all right? So again, everybody on Twitter watching right now, come to YouTube and sub to the channel. Come sub to the channel. Boy, oh boy, this is wild. Oh, got a little echo. TD, what I mean by Tannehill Dolphins, I mean I don't see us making the playoffs. Chris Greer got us going backwards. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you now. In regards to making the playoffs, the big caveat for the Miami Dolphins is going to be the defensive end position. What are we going to do for the first few weeks or so? However long those guys may not be able to play. Maybe we get some shocking news that they're ready ahead of time. But what are we going to do? That's the interesting part. What are we going to do at the defensive end position? You don't have Christian Wilkins. You may not have your two starting defensive ends. Your backup edge and then Ginkle may go to another team. Whoever you bring in you're not going to have top tier players. Teams might be pounding us running the ball. What up, Carlos? I see you, homie. Teams might be destroying us, eating the clock and running the ball on us. You don't have a middle linebacker. I want y'all to think about that right now. You don't have two starting defensive ends potentially to start the season. Christian Wilkins ain't there. His replacement might be a downgrade. You don't have a middle linebacker. Teams might bludgeon us on the ground at the beginning of the season. Eating the clock, taking the ball out of our offense's hand, and methodically moving down the field, just pounding the rock. Y'all keep saying that the Dolphins need to sign linebacker Queen from the Ravens. That's all good. That would help. But at the same token, you can kiss your Christian Wilkins compensatory pick goodbye. Now you get no compensatory pick. You can get one for Robert Hunt, maybe, but you're gonna blow your compensatory pick, your third rounder. At least get the compensatory pick out of it. Oh, man. Shout out to the homie Jose. He said Tua better do some sumo wrestling and play defensive tackle. Y'all is wild. Dolphins not even making the playoffs next season. No, I don't know if we will. I'm not saying that we won't, but I'm going to tell you now, when you look at last season and you look at what our circumstance is right now, it'll be real. It ain't going to be easy anyway. We lucked out too, looking at the AFC. Bengals went down. I mean, look at what happened in the AFC. This year, you got a Jaguars that's improving, Browns bringing in more weapons. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers that already take up a playoff spot, and they weren't even had a quarterback. Who knows what they can do with Russ? You got, like I said, the Bengals, Burrow coming back. You got your boy over there and with the Chargers now. And we can sit there and talk all we want about the Raiders, but you never know what they end up being. No clue. Raiders improving. Yeah. It's a lot of teams. Whole lot of teams improving. Man, they out here clowning Chris Greer. This is Chris Greer's quote back in January. We can successfully navigate the cap situation. We're not really right now concerned about where we'll be in March, salary cap wise. Here we are in March. Here we are in March. We drafted defensive tackle at 21. Cool. That's fine too. Hopefully he's good. Hopefully he's good. Hopefully he works out. Then where we getting our center in free agency? They already got pictures of Wilkins in the Raiders jersey. We can still sign Snead or Clowney. You know what's funny? Omar out here trying to tell people Tua Tagovailoa deal has nothing to do with Christian Wilkins' deal. Please stop. You stop. Stop the cap. And thank you, Poopar, who tweeted right behind him and said it wouldn't have had nothing to do with it in 2024, but it would have had something to do with it for 2025 and beyond. Exactly. When people say Christian Wilkins' deal Tua is affecting Christian Wilkins' deal, Omar talking about it ain't got nothing to do with it. Nobody's talking about 2024. Greer ain't making decisions today based off of 2024. He's making decisions based off of the future. And Tua's deal definitely is impacting everybody because he got to have the money for the future cap. Jaguars aren't done. Sources say they are signing Packers safety Darnell Savage to a 3-year deal. So Gabe Davis and Savage headed to Jacksonville. Wow. Darnell Savage going to the Jags. This is wild. The Rams get Seahawks tight end Kobe Parkinson. Hello? Jonah Jackson. The Rams bring him in as well. $51 million deal. Wow, the Rams are starting to pick up. And that's the guard. That's $17 million for a guard. Robert Hunt getting paid. Hey TD, I'm just coming in. What are your thoughts on us losing Wilkins and Brandon Jones despite signing any playmakers while other teams are making their team better and we are getting worse? I'm gonna hit that in just a moment. Y'all give me 30 seconds to a minute. I'll be right back. I just gotta grab something real quick.
BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook and casino. Live betting and racebook. We're celebrating 30 years with a historic offer. A 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Plus 10% gambler's insurance. Get started today. BetUS, where the game begins.
All right, we back. We back at it. All right. All right, let's do it. All right, let's see who's getting money out here. All right, Wilkins will get 2 or more sacks on tour this season. Coming fast. We do play the Raiders, huh? We do play the Raiders. Man, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we do play the Raiders. Man. To answer that first question, my thoughts on Wilkins and Brandon Jones, it was inevitable. It was going to happen. We knew that was going to happen. Brandon Jones, it is what it is. People clipping me, man. Hunt will end up in New England. Don't say that. Don't say that. I don't want Van Ginkel or Hunt to end up in this division at all. That would be somewhat devastating. Those two guys, I do not want him to end up in this in our division. Yeah, these guards are definitely getting paid. Oh man. Dang, I wonder what that game is going to be like next year with Christian Wilkins. When he coming at, and Christian Wilkins know everything they need to know for the Raiders, man. Send that pressure up the middle, take away that first read. Josh Jacobs going to Green Bay. Josh Jacobs is headed to Green Bay, ladies and gentlemen. Details coming soon. Bring in the washed up bum Mitch Morse. Mitch Morse, I thought he already got picked up at the beginning of free agency today. I thought he was one of the first people to get picked up. Correct me if I'm wrong. Bryce Huff gone. Where he went? And Richie busy right now. I think he's doing a Bleacher Report. Where Bryce Huff? Where Bryce Huff go? Whoever got Bryce Huff, that's a steal. I don't see nothing about Bryce Huff. Huff to Philly. Where y'all see that at? Why am I behind? 3 year, $51 million. 17 a year. I would have took Bryce Huff over Bradley Chubb. Wow. Shout out to Gabriel Perez for atting me on that. Why I ain't getting Scheffler tweets, and I'm following him. X Dark Reaper, I got you. Appreciate you, homie. Well, at least he in the NFC. Yeah, don't worry. If you going to the NFC, I'm good with that. And let me tell y'all, it was a myth. It was not correct. The running backs actually getting paid. The running backs have actually been getting paid. Solid little mid-range money. That's some good money for running backs. Running backs, guards, defensive tackles are eating. Running back, guards, and defensive tackles are eating. All right. Oh, breaking news. The Dolphins make a trade with Buffalo in your own division. The Dolphins send a 7th-round pick for DeMar Hamlin. No, I'm just joking. Oh, man. I ain't right, y'all. Oh, man. Y'all hit that like button, man. Oh, man. Oh, listen, if you are on Twitter right now, all 850 of y'all, come over to TD Fans Talk on YouTube. Come over right now and subscribe to the channel. All right. Help the channel out. We are 90 subs away from 29,000 subs. We are 90 away from 29,000 subscribers. So leave Twitter, come over to YouTube, hit that subscribe. Even if you want to come back to Twitter, but come check me out on YouTube, man. All right. All right, we got that. All right. Wilkins just signed with Raiders. I know we already covered it. Negative 21 million. Is that where we at right now? As long as you keep posting the Twitter TV, they won't. I know, but I'm just giving them an opportunity because I'm not gonna be live streaming on Twitter all the time. So I'm just giving them an opportunity. Yeah, Brandon Jones to the Broncos. A lot of y'all coming in new. We covered so many of these things, all right? No news on Robert Hunt yet, okay? This is a sad day for Miami fans. Yes, that's all good. Sign Andrew Van Ginkel. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up. No doubt that's going to be interesting. Yep. Woo. Robert Hunt gonna leave by tomorrow. Very well. I mean, we'll see. Yeah, we got Josh Jacobs to the Packers already. We'll see, man. I told y'all this. I mean, this is just our reality right now. This is our reality right now. It is what it is. All right. Dolphins are more likely to win 4 games next year than they are to win a playoff game. I'm telling y'all, I am so terrified of an 8-win, 9-win Dolphins team. Missing the playoffs barely, getting a draft pick that's 16th or 17th in the first round, and missing the playoffs. I'm telling y'all now, I'm terribly concerned about this being an 8, 9, 10 win team. We got to get back to 11 minimum. Minimum. See, I left you a tweet. Think you're like, well, I saw it. I saw it. I was mad. TD loved Wilkins. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to pay Wilkins $27 million a year. I ain't gonna front on that. But this is a situation we in when you pay Bradley Chubb, Teron Armstead, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Ramsey. When you paid all of them that money. We're 1 year away from all of it being revealed. Everything being revealed. One season is going to tell us everything. 1 season away. I'm good, Mike. The problem is what decisions you make before the season that can lock you into it long term. Like if you sign your quarterback long term and we had great success this year and it's like the AFC Championship, yes, and if you miss the playoffs and you locked your guy in, we are screwed for the next 5 years. Because at some point, 3 years later, you're going to be in a rebuild mode. We already behind other teams' standpoint. See, if we signed Tua to a contract, we are officially back in rebuild mode. Help us, baby Jesus. No, we're not. Ain't no more rebuild on a $50 million quarterback. What team rebuilding with a $50 million quarterback? Name it. Name the one team in the NFL rebuilding with a $50 million quarterback. Ain't no such thing. There ain't no such thing. Saquon Barkley to the Eagles. Jankety Jim. Salute to you, man. Saquon Barkley to the Eagles. I don't know. I'm trying to confirm it. See, help me understand that the Dolphins don't have any money. Why are they giving the bag to a quarterback who can't win a playoff game? Because y'all don't listen to me. I've been educating y'all this whole time on this. This has nothing to do with X's and O's in football. I've been told y'all they cannot go out like suckers. Any failure of Tua or move on from Tua is a clear indication they were wrong. Their number one priority the day they fired Brian Flores was to Make Tua a guy that everybody can go back and say, see, told you Flores didn't know what he was talking about. So what did they do? They went and spent all that money. The money they didn't spend with Flores. They didn't bring in all this talent with Flores. They didn't go get a Ramsey. They didn't go get a O-line with Connor Williams and Teron Armstead. They didn't go get Tyreek Hill. They didn't go get Brian Chubb. They didn't go do all of that. Deshaun Elliott, David Long, they didn't do all of those type of moves. They kept making Flores develop people, at least on the defensive side of the ball for sure. They didn't spend that money. So now all of a sudden they get rid of Flores, and the main key was Tua. One person said he the guy, the other one didn't. They fired one that said he wasn't. So the guy that said he was the guy, he was going to go all out to put stuff around him and make him look better. And he went out and made him look better, but it come at a cost. And we're paying it right now. And then it's all to justify, well, he earned the bigger contract. No, he didn't. But you're going to give it to him. To keep on going down this road of, I was right. No, you keep hiding your flaws, hiding that you were wrong. But it is what it is. We got to live with it as Dolphin fans. But we were some of the main ones beating the table. Yeah, Tua. Sorry, we don't have a guy. We have a guy who can throw the ball. Outside of that, there's too many intangibles in the game that he can't do, and that's why we'll never be able to get over the hump with him. But we'll keep on trying to get as much as we can around him to get him over it, and still can't. Well, we had the most successful, roster and season in a long time because you paid for it. Now, can we win when it matters most? No. Kirk Cousins to Miami. Man, you get some breaking news, crazy stuff like that, man, the day would go insane. It would be insane out here. And you got to think, what is Kirk Cousins doing right now? He's the domino for everything. Everybody out here, hey, where is he going to land? Because it forms a lot of teams and what they can and can't do. And I agree, this is the best team Tua would have ever had, and it's gone. Hunt about to be gone. Christian Wilkins. You better hope Van Ginkel ain't gone, but that might be the case. Brandon Jones gone, Xavier Howard gone, David Long gone, Deshaun Elliott gone. We'll see. The Jaguars just signed a kicker as well. So Jaguars just spending all their money. Jaguars going in and getting it done now. So how is our cap space? We still sitting around waiting to see how Chris Greer going to clear about $20, $30, $40 million so that we can even spend some right now. We got to clear about $40 million so that we can even be active in this free agency. That's the reality. Any dimensional logic. Don't worry, guys. Dolphins will start making moves. TD, have you heard the rumor we met with Bo Nix? I haven't, but that's interesting. But they'll always do their due diligence, though. People said center just moved up the priority list. Listen, I wonder if Connor Williams goes back to Dallas. Zealer is just as good, but Zealer's one of two. You got to have two. And another thing, guys, what system are we running? Nobody knows if we're running a 3-4, 4-3. They speculating based off of what Baltimore and this and that. We don't know what he wants to do. We don't even know what defensive scheme we run. Yeah, we lost Wilkins, man. He gone, DeAndre. Yeah, we in cap trouble, but we're gonna figure something out. JD the Great said we are going to be all right. Just hope we go after some savvy vets. Ends up no matter what. Yeah, Dolphins 5-12 next year. No, that ain't happening. A big collapse would be sad, epically sad. It'd be sad on every level. What does that say a lot? TD, there's only two moves the Finns can make to get me excited. Justin Fields, Robert Hunt. Outside moves. Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. And I know our defensive coordinator, our new one, is like, man, y'all gonna give me something? Cowboys lose Dorrance Armstrong, defensive end, for $45 million on 3 years, $15 million each. Man, oh man. Cam Lewis signs a 2-year deal with the Bills. The same guy, I think, that picked Tua off at the end of the game to end it. All right, TD, the Niners released defensive tackle Armstead. You think the fans will be inviting him in? Possibly. I mean, at the end of the day, you need a replacement. But the point of the matter is, any move you make at the defensive tackle position at this point is beyond likely to be a downgrade. We can bring in guys that's solid, but we're going to downgrade, ladies and gentlemen. That's the only thing that matters. It's downgrade time. Downgrade. The most compensatory picks you can get in a year is 4. 4 is the most that you can get. Oh, There it goes. There it is. Kirk Cousins, 4-year deal in Atlanta. Now, free agency begins. Wow, y'all give me a second. 20 seconds. Be right back.
BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook and casino. Live betting and racebook. We're celebrating 30 years with a historic offer. A 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Plus 10% gambler's insurance. Get started today. BetUS, where the game begins.
Free agency has officially begun. Kirk Cousins to Atlanta. Man. TD, would you trade Tyreek Hill to help us the money? I know they're not. I mean, I would. I've been told y'all I would trade Tyreek Hill. I wouldn't even trade two. I would trade both of them at this point. But it doesn't matter. So they're not going to. But Kirk Cousins is no longer a Minnesota Viking. Cam Wolf said Tua getting a massive extension. I'm sure he is. And like, here's the funny thing. I wouldn't be surprised if he don't get one tomorrow, as far as I care. And the funny thing is, people will go crazy. Your team is the same. You just paying a guy more money. You already got him under contract. Man, I can't. I want to see this money. How much is Kirk Cousins getting on a 4-year deal? Justin Fields met with the Raiders team. He's going to the Raiders. Well, he met with a few teams, so I don't know about that. He might. So Kirk Cousins, Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Kyle Pitts. Atlanta looking like something, huh? I'm gonna say 120 million, 85 guaranteed. Are you kidding me? Kirk Cousins 30 million a year? You have lost your mind. Kirk Cousins, man, he gonna get paid. Unless he's taking some team friendly deal. Mm-mm-mm. The Vikings are now in big trouble as they are left with either Cousins or Mayfield. Without either Cousins or Mayfield, thereby shutting on otherwise promising contention window. This smells like an implosion. Yep, this takes the Vikings out of the Justin Fields running. Now I'm thinking, hey, Tannehill might end up in Minnesota. Oh, man. Vikings need a quarterback. Man. They're announcing it, but somebody need to show that deal. Vikings can get Mike White for first round draft pick. Miami need a QB. Man, we all know. Nah, Tua ain't going nowhere with Flores. That. Ooh, man. I knew that was going to happen. Henry to the Pats, we don't know. We ain't heard nothing from the Patriots. They got money. They got a lot of money. They've been trying to get a lot of these players, but nobody is gone. Something to be said. Something to be said. Hey, you might be right. Justin Jefferson might have to be traded now. Russ being traded is good for Pittsburgh. I think he can rejuvenate himself in Pittsburgh. I really do. I think he can rejuvenate himself in Pittsburgh. Extend to him. Why not? You're going to do it anyway. Tannehill, the Vikings. Could very well happen. I wouldn't be surprised. We'll see. TD, I told you last year at training camp that we should have signed Wilkins. No. Let's be fair. We tried. We just didn't offer enough. We didn't offer enough. Man, I can't wait to send these contract details. Wilkins isn't worth that amount. Yeah. Do you think Greer has something under his sleeve? Like, this is what I'm saying. Even if he went and got Snead, he's getting rid of a compensatory pick by doing so. And that's just one player in the many holes we have. One player. Sam Howell, you think he'll be a good fit, TD? I mean, after you get from the top 12 quarterbacks, do it really matter? Does it really matter when you get past that point? Need ain't worth it. Why the Chiefs need fleecing us? Trades don't affect the comp pick. Oh, my bad. You're right. I'm thinking of it from a free agent standpoint. He is under contract. Then what? You gonna get rid of another draft pick? Whew. All of this, do this and do that. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Man, Cowboys down bad right now. Wow. Use on any ad campaign. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy today. It ain't gonna stop. It's not gonna stop though. We got 1,500 people right now. Again, if you're on Twitter, Come to the YouTube and subscribe to the channel. CD, what do you think about Brandon Jones leaving? I mean, you can't afford $7 million a year for a backup safety. Trey, Tyree, y'all crazy. All right, y'all. Listen, I'm looking at the time right now. Let me see. It's 2:37. I gotta get ready for the huddle show. Y'all come over to the huddle show. It starts at 3 p.m. All right. Y'all come through to the huddle. Y'all come check us out. Me, Richie, and Dan will be live on the huddle. So y'all come through, and after that, I'm gonna come live again. All right. But let's go over to the huddle at 3 p.m. and we're going to be talking about all of these free agent moves. We're going to be digging into all of these free agent moves. All right? It's crazy out here. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fans up no matter what. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right? Let me put the link real quick for the huddle in the chat. I'm going to put the link in the chat real quick. All right? So you can come over. Here. Copy. All right, here you go. I'm putting it in the chat right now. That's where we're going to be, me, Dan, and Richie on the huddle show. The link just got posted in the chat. Twitter is not posted because it doesn't post on Twitter links. So you got to come to YouTube, the huddle. All right, it's our daily show at 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace. I'm out. I will see y'all on the huddle. And then after that, I'll be back live. I'll see you soon. I'm out.